So my name is Muhammad Abdul Manan, BSIT third year, and I'm going to explain to you and show you the patterns, or like different patterns, which is like here in this part we have this right triangle, reverse triangle, reverse right triangle, left triangle, reverse left triangle, right triangle, reverse left triangle, pyramid, diamond, and sunglass. So here in my code, I'm gonna show you and explain to you guys. So if I run them here in my example, so this is the output, and this is the another one, and this is the another part, and the pyramid, and diamond, and lastly we have the sunglass. So I print the output with exact image of this, so the output of that. So here I'm gonna explain to you guys my understanding of loop or for loop. Now here we have this for row in range 2, which is our range, it's until only 2. Once it reaches the 2, it ends. So also in here in 4 column in range 5, same goes thing, it range 5, it only if it reach until 5, and that's the end of that. And then the end of this, it only displayed without end, it displayed like new line, but with end it displayed like spaces. And then the print. So here the example of the print is it display like another line. So here remember our row starting from 0, that's the start from here, and then the range is only 2. So that what we call this is outer loop, and the inside of this outer loop is the inner loop. Our column always start from 0, remember, and the range is 5 until 5 only. Now here in the example, remember our row is starting from 0, so here in our row 0, and then inside of this inner loop, it actually run only until it's reach the limit of 5, or the range of 5. So here it will print the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is here, which is the star, or we call asterisk, and then it display the exact input or the output I want, which is the end, the spaces. Unlike here it's like a next line, but here it displayed the spaces. And now if I want to, here it once it displayed once this inner loop is done, it will go print and go to the next line, which is this line. So here in row, so our row 0 is done. Now we're gonna go in for the next row, which is 1, and then same goes thing, it will display, and when it's done, it's done. Now if I make this thing 3, I have to create another one. So this row is gonna be 2, and then I'm gonna have another part of this. So yeah, so once our range is 3, and we're gonna have another one, which is row 2, and that's 3. So if I change this thing into, let's say, yeah, if I change it to 6, and then we're gonna increase into 5, so we can have, so it's like having a circle, or having a box or rectangle. Now take note, until row is less than 2, then it will stop the loop, which is the outer loop. The same goes to the inner loop, is less than 5, then it will actually stop and next to the line. So here for my output, here we're starting from here in the right triangle, we're starting from that. Now as I said earlier, starting from 0 range number, which is 6, and then starting from 0 and 0 in range 1, and the row plus 1, so starting from 1. So yeah, the purpose of this is just for start from 1. So here you have our row is gonna be 0 plus 1, and then it displayed the column, and then the number 1, and then the spaces, the next line, print, and then it display again the 1, and then the end of this is gonna display the 2, right? 2, and then once we have it will print next line, and then the 3, 2 plus 1 is gonna be 3, and then display the 3 until we reach our 6. So that's the row. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until it reach the 6. Now here is the the right reverse triangle. So the difference between is we're starting from 1 in the column, but our row is minus number. Why is that? Because we want them to start from the top, and it print all the number and then decrease that that part, or let's say the row, the column. So it increase. So let's say I have this 6, right? And then remember our part is starting from 0. So 6 minus 1 is gonna be, it will display the output, which is until 5, and then print, and then once I have the 6 and then 1, so 6 minus 1 is gonna be 5, so it's gonna be displayed until once it reach the 1. So that's how the decrease. So the left triangle, same goes thing with the the right triangle. Increment plus 1, the purpose of that, which is it reach here starting from 1, so it can reach the left corner or the edges, and then our number, which is 6, same goes thing, until 6. So here the here is the spaces, so how many spaces that will apply. And then for the column in range 1, it will display the 1, which is 0 plus 1, and then display the 1 here, 1. And then same goes thing repeating. If you have 1, then 1 plus 1, display the 1, and then 2. So yeah. Now here for the reverse left triangle, same as I explained earlier, but it's different, which is with decreasing. So same explanation. Now we're gonna go for left-right triangle. Same goes thing what I explained earlier. Same process, and here same process also for the reverse left triangle, and this one is right triangle. Yep. And then what we have here is the pyramid. Now here in the pyramid is kinda complicated, but yeah, we can do it. So here for row, starting from row, it's 0, and then for column in range 0, 0, 0, and then the row it start from 0 plus 1, and then our number, which is 5. So the spaces, how many spaces it will apply in order to reach that limit and display the 1. So 0 plus 1, 1, it displays the column 1. And then next line. Also, the purpose of this is it increment, or let's say a mirroring. It mirror the same output of like the edges or the corner of that 1. So yeah, and then display the same thing. So if your row is 1, so it will actually apply all this corner or the edges into 1. Same goes thing, increment 2. So 1 plus 1 is gonna be displayed 2. So here in this 2 we have this 2. So yeah, it make the shape same with edges and different numbers inside of that pyramid. So So for the diamond, we have this diamond starting from 1, and then here we have this number, which is, our number is 4, so 4 minus 1 is gonna be 3. So here, the for column, the edges or the spaces that will apply in this part, and then 0 plus 1, then 1, then number, like the range, and then the number, so it increase. And then for the column here, which is our row, is gonna be 1, it displayed 1. Remember, the part of this is it only select, or like it only in the column, it only stop where it should be, the number 1 will display. So here we have this 1. And then same goes thing with this, and then here in this part, the start plus equals 1, it will increment, which is this 1 is gonna be 2. So this 2 will go the same process. So instead of 0, we have this 1. So it's repeating. As I said earlier, it's kinda mirroring, but this part, remember what I said earlier, it's like reversed, but here is minus 1. Now here, why it's minus 1, and here is number, which is in -1, we have to decrease, which is if I remove this, so I'm gonna have in this 5, I'm gonna have the exact 4. So 1 2 3 4 5 with the same range of this. So that's the purpose of that. And then we have lastly the sunglasses. So this is gonna be a little bit harder. So for row, same goes thing applied, and then the largest value of the number, which is here, the largest value of number, which is starting from 5, and then it will decrease into 1. It will decrease down into 1. So yeah, largest into 1. So that's what I said. And then here the spacing, which is nothing, it will display the row, which is starting from 0 times 2, and then minus 1. So the purpose of this is, I mean, in my row I have 5, right? So yeah, so in my row, 5 times 2, actually it's gonna be like 9. No, actually 5 times 2 is gonna be 10, correct? And then minus 1, it's gonna be 9. So that's the purpose of that. It displayed the exact 9 of 5. So yeah, it displayed the row, so 5. Yeah, and then so on and so forth. It's gonna be keep repeating. So this, it will decrease into 4, decrease the spacing, and then same goes thing is gonna be 7, it will display the 7. So yeah, for the other one, the lower range, here it's increment. So here the 2, why it's starting from 2? So here in 1 I have the 1. If I make it to 1, it also displayed the exact 1. So here I have the other part 1, and then here I have the 1. So I want to start from 1. I want to make them as 1, and then display the 1. So the number of plus 1 increment. So the purpose of that is it will increment the 1 until it reach 5. So yeah, same goes thing as I said earlier. The spacing, how many spaces do I need? So I start from 0, and the number, which is 6, so increment, and then the spacing, and then displayed the number, which is 5, which is our row is 1. So it will still display the 1. So yeah, 1 times 1 is gonna be 2, and then 2 minus 1. Yeah, correct. No, wait. 0 times 2 is gonna be 0. 0 times 2 is gonna be 2, and then 2 minus 1 is gonna be 1. So it displayed the 1. So yes, it keeps repeating. So that's the sunglasses works. So thank you for listening, and out.